broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey guys, welcome back to AfterBuzz. You are joining us for the recap of New Girl. This is episode 7, titled Goldmine. I'm your host, Michelle Phi, and joining me are these two lovely ladies to my left.
I'm Britta Garsow.
Hey guys, I'm Carli Garsow.
All right, so 7th episode. I feel like we've been in this season for a while now.
I know. I think
it's been a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys like this episode?
I loved it. I think that the past few have been so good. I think it's just getting better and better and funnier and funnier.
Yeah. Now that the show is clearly past the Jess-Nick breakup and getting over that, I think it's more focused on the roommates, and it's so much better.
So much better.
Yeah.
The humor's back for sure.
Same here. I really like that they went that route instead of continuing to make things awkward, and I think it's gotten a lot better.
So better.
Yeah. So, okay, let's go right into it. Let's talk Nick and Jess.
Okay. So I like how we predicted that we wanted to see Jess date normal guys, and I'm still hoping she dates the teacher. I can't remember his name, but the British teacher.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I hope in the long run that he becomes her boyfriend. But I like that she dated this guy Ian on this episode, and he was so normal, and it was just nice to see her with a normal, nice guy.
Well, they said that it was their 3rd date, so I'm wondering where he's been these past couple
I know,
episodes.
right? I think they just wanted to, like, fast forward. Like, I don't know if she would bring up the whole living with your ex thing on the first date. So maybe they just want to make it more realistic, I guess.
That's true.
Yeah, I think the same thing with Nick. Like, we haven't seen him with all these girls, and then they're saying that Nick has brought home all these girls who just called tavern folk.
And he called them uh-ohs.
Yeah, and, like, we haven't seen that, but I think in order for the show to progress, they kind of have to, like, skip time
That's
to,
true.
like, see how far they've gone.
Yeah. I think so. But, yeah, I mean, it was really interesting to see them both be dating in, like, the same episode.
Yeah.
And Nick's girls had, like, I didn't really care for any of them.
They had issues.
They were, had
They just
issues,
left.
exactly. But, I mean, yeah, like, the whole situation of living with your ex and trying to bring that up to, like, this person that you're seeing seems pretty stressful. And I don't, like, when Jess asked him at the end, like, do you think there was a good way for me to go about this? And he's like, no, because there really isn't, like, a successful way to get that across and have them not be worried.
Yeah. Or have it be awkward.
Yeah, I never really heard of anyone doing that or trying to date while that was going on.
Yeah,
so.
same here.
But I'm sure people do. Like, because if you're living with someone in a relationship and it's serious and then you break up, you can't just get a new roommate right away.
Or, like, maybe even if you, like, buy a house together and then break up, that's, like, a whole more complex situation. Or even if you're on the same lease. Like, I'm sure there's always that awkward moment when you break up and you're living with someone where you kind of want to see other people, but you're still living with them until you find a new place to live. So, personally, I don't know anyone,
but it's pretty clear at this point that they're both staying there. So how are they gonna date anyone?
Which I still don't think is a good idea. I would really like to see someone move out. I don't know. There's just, like, so many of them in the loft that it'd be nice to see. Like, I really liked when Schmidt lived next door. Yeah. And I think it would be good to see, like, someone move just next door or something again.
Yeah.
But
it would give them, like, another place to go or, like, to film, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the loft, but it would just be nice. I feel like a lot of things are changing this season, and I think that would be something that I would like to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe they'll find people that are okay with it.
True.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, no one seemed to be okay with it.
I mean, would you? If you met a guy and he was like, yeah, I still live with my ex, like...
I don't know, I'm pretty trustworthy. I trust people a lot. So if they said, like, there was nothing going on, no more feelings, I would probably believe them.
Yeah.
But I know that you might not, you probably shouldn't believe them.
Right.
I would have to, like, see it for myself. Like, I would like to see them interact, and, like, I think it's pretty real. Like, when you can tell when someone still has feelings for each other, And like he said, obviously he cares about you like so much that he's willing to like pretend to be gay.
Yeah.
He's hiring a gay man to play his lover. So funny.
That part was so great though, like
So
because
good.
Schmidt is someone that you would think is gay, and
Yeah.
he played it so well.
I know.
And in like the whole episode, no one knew he was talking about Cece's boobs.
I know, it's so good.
I know.
I really
and
love-
he's like, she's like, that was Schmidt. He's not gay. And he goes, enough with the lie.
That was so good. But yeah, like in their instance, I think it's pretty obvious that they still care about each other. And so if I were Ian, I would be like, no, I'm out. Like that's just too much like drama, I feel like, to handle. Like
What
too
about
much to get
you?
into the middle of.
What do you think?
I don't know. I think I'd be the same way. Like I'd have to like see how they interact first. But I feel like Nick is like he cares about Jess, but I think he's like past that relationship
Yeah.
feeling. Like he just cares for her as a friend.
I definitely think so. But I just think that seeing how close they were would be like a little bit tough.
Yeah, well, it's kind of the
That's
same
true.
thing with girls having guy friends and guys that are insecure and they think that the guys care
very
in a
true.
certain different way, but they do just care about most of the time, they just care about the person, as a friend.
Yeah.
But I don't think guys get it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess it's just, it's like so situational, I think. So
Yeah.
it's like hard to give like a general answer, but I mean, it's tricky. Either way, it's obviously going to be a tricky situation. But it was funny how they played it out, and I just loved that he thought Schmidt was gay. It was just the best thing ever.
It was like the greatest moment. Like the whole show. Was
He even hired a gay man to play his lover.
and Ian goes, that was beautiful.
It was so funny.
I was actually surprised that Schmidt didn't pull away when Nick kissed him.
I know.
I know.
It's like he just, but
No,
he
but they've
always
kissed
talks
before. Like Schmidt has tried to kiss them before.
Yeah, and
Like,
he always
give me
talks
yeah,
about
like in the past
how-
seasons, be like, give me a kiss, like, just like because he loves him. Like
Yeah.
And he always talks about how Nick's his best friend forever. He's almost like obsessed with Nick, I feel
Yeah,
like.
true.
So I think that for him it was just like a sign of affection.
Yeah.
Which is funny, but it was so good.
it was.
Okay, well, going into the next topic. So Winston and Coach.
Yeah, I actually really am glad we see them spending time together. We never see just them two spending time together. And
Yeah.
they're so different that it's funny to see them interact. And I'm glad that Coach was there to kind of give Winston some good advice. Like, he's been doing, like, everything for these neighbor girls for 6 months.
I didn't think it was going on for that long. Like, they had just moved in. They just
And
moved
so
in.
I think it's like if it were like a week or two, like it's nice that they're new to the building and he's trying to he's trying to hook up with them, but just being friendly, that's a nice gesture.
Yeah.
But for 6 months, and they were obviously taking advantage of him, and it made me feel bad because Winston's such a good guy.
Yeah.
He is. I know, but Coach, I felt like Coach kind of didn't listen to Winston's opinion at all. I didn't really like that. Like, Winston's like, no, like, don't ruin my plan. Like, I have this plan. And he, like, didn't listen and then just put them in that situation. I felt really bad.
Yeah, but also I feel like Winston would have been doing that forever if Coach would have never said anything.
That's true.
It was a good
Very true.
balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's true. Winston kind of needs someone to tell him
He
when he's being
does.
too nice.
Because he is so nice, and people can take advantage of that so
they do
easily.
take
And they
advantage of
do.
it.
They
Even
do.
everyone and all their friends take advantage of him, I feel like. So I'm glad that Coach was there to give him some advice. It was funny when I like how Coach is so blunt.
Yes.
When they were making up that whole story, and then the next scene when they're in the girls' apartment, he's like, "I'm sorry, I manipulated you." He's just so honest. He just does. He's so himself and content with who he is. So I really like that because I feel like a lot of the others have big insecurities, Nick and Jess and even Cece, and so it's nice that he's the character that it's just doesn't care what other people think, and he's just always going to be himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I liked seeing Winston and Coach together, too, and we've been talking about how both of them had never had a girlfriend on the show, really. And we kind of saw Coach dating the teachers and Winston with, crazy girls, but it was nice to see them out trying to, hook up with these neighbors that were really pretty girls.
Yeah.
So, I liked that because they don't get enough attention. Nick and Jess had their relationship. You've seen, apparently, Nick gets around with all these girls, and Schmidt and Cece and Schmidt and a lot of other girls, and for them to kind of share the spotlight and actually pursue attractive girls was nice to see.
I know, I really liked that.
Do you think it's going to last?
No, I don't think so. I think it was just kind of getting back out there. But I don't know. I mean, it would be cool to see them have more friends and neighbors and have them stay on the show. So who knows? I guess maybe we'll see. But I like that when they incorporate, like, new characters. But they never last long. There's always, like, Jess's boyfriends. Or, like...
And that last girl or woman that Winston dated.
Yeah, exactly.
She had Ferguson, right? And that's who he took.
Yeah.
And so, I mean... But it is nice that they incorporate other people.
Yeah. What did you like it? Did you like the coach?
I did. I actually really enjoyed their relationship together. I liked seeing more of them together too. I think Winston is a really great character, and they like bully him so much. I think they need to just give him some more airtime.
I know.
Yeah.
His one-liners are so funny.
I know. Well, could you at least make him wear, what was it, like an antler hat, so when he runs through the wall, we can laugh about it or something?
Yeah, what was that about?
Make a smile.
Leave a funny.
They said that, when you tell him that you're living with your ex, he'll run through the wall like the Kool-Aid man. And then he's like, well, can you at least make an antler hat? So when the hole that he makes will make us smile. Like, who would even think of that?
Thing.
I know.
I
So
know.
funny.
I love it.
I still can't believe you did that for 6 months, though. It's
I
a
know.
really long time.
He's just so nice.
He's really nice.
He's sweet.
And then I think that he was over there, and Coach was like after they had already left, and like you didn't think they were going back.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "I'm always here."
I was surprised to see him there too. I was actually surprised that the girls let him back in.
I know,
me
right?
too. They seemed
I
pretty
think
upset.
they just wanted stuff done. They were using him. They were mean.
Yeah.
Poor
But he got what he wanted in the
He
end.
did.
Yeah.
So funny.
So, going off of that, Cece and Schmidt. Like,
Oh, yeah. Okay, first I want to say, when we asked about the Schmidt Cece name, one person commented, and I wish I could remember, I think they said Schmiece, or like something like that.
I love that.
I looked a few days ago, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll remember, and I have to look back. I'm really sorry, whoever wrote that. We're going to get the right name, but I think it was Schmiece.
That's great. I love
It was something like
really
that,
cute.
and they were like, can you please refer to them? So we can.
Okay.
But let's look back and make sure.
Okay.
So next week we'll have it confirmed.
we'll start referring to them as that next week.
Yeah.
But I just really I thought it was just such a funny concept how, like, Cece wanted a boob job, which she said, like, her family has back issues, so it's, like, understandable, or, like, a breast reduction. But then Schmidt was so distraught about it. But in the end, it actually ended up being, like, a really sincere, like, heartfelt moment, like, in the doctor's office.
Well, I wasn't really surprised. He seems like that kind of person who, like, develops these relationships with inanimate objects.
Like his kimono.
Yeah. But it was great. I love the beginning when, like, he wasn't even in the room and he heard it. And he, like, came running. He's like, what?
And then Jess goes, I wonder that. Knocking at the door. So funny. But it was, like, a really funny storyline.
Yeah.
But I think the whole point of it was, like, it shows that Schmidt really does care for Cece. And it was cute. And he's like, I wouldn't even matter. It doesn't even matter what size you are, because you're attached to the most beautiful woman in the world.
I think something's
cute.
going to happen between them.
I know. I sure hope so.
I hope so, too.
They're so cute.
I wish that storyline was a little longer, though, because the stages that he went through were funny. And it was funny how in every storyline, like, he was there and he talked about it, but no one else knew what he was talking about.
I know.
And it seemed really sincere in the moment.
That's true.
So
It was kind of sad
cute.
how, like, no one really understood. Like, no one even asked. But it was funny how it was incorporated into, like, the other scenes.
Yeah.
And then how he was talking about, like, Winston and Coach. And
yeah.
I like when they bounce, and then they started bouncing.
He's like looking at him and he starts bouncing.
It was so funny.
I know. Yeah. The Schmidt and Cece, Schmiece, or we'll see what name that really was. I really think of it. I hope that next week we see a full-on, like, them kind of rekindling
I
their
hope
romance.
so, too. I think they're so cute, and it's so obvious they still care about each other.
Yeah.
And they're not with other people, so it's, like, good timing.
Right.
Yeah, and I think Schmidt's always been open to it because he was obviously the one that he cheated on her, right?
Yeah.
And I think she now is definitely coming around to it. Like, she let him in that room, like, let him say goodbye to her boo.
Well, it's like after Schmidt cheated on her, she dated 2 other guys, and first she was gonna get married, and then she dated 2 other guys, like serious boyfriends. So I feel like she's had her time to, like, move on from that whole incident, and now she's, like, ready to be in, like, a relationship with him, but maybe he just doesn't really want to admit it yet.
Maybe.
I don't know, but I really hope that progresses.
So should we go into some predictions?
Yes.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So, aside from Schmiece, what else do you guys think is going to happen?
Well, like I said, I really want to see Jess going on a date with the teacher. I can't remember his name.
His real name's Julian Morris.
Yeah. On the show. But I would like to see that since Ian's gone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just that. It would be nice to see some more of the neighbors and have them all hang out.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. Yeah, I think that's really my only prediction.
Yeah, and then we were saying, like, Thanksgiving episode, we really wanted that. So I assume they're going to have one.
They always do. Like, they always have for the past 3 seasons, so.
Yeah, so a good Thanksgiving episode with someone's parents, like whether it be Jess's parents or Nick's dad has passed away, right? But his mom.
But his mom is still around.
Yeah, so maybe his mom.
But we've never met
Schmidt's parents or Winston.
No, we've met Winston's mom and sister, remember?
Oh, yeah. So.
We haven't met
Coaches.
Coaches. But I feel like Nick's, it would be nice to see, like, his family in Chicago. Like, that would be cool if they came.
Like his whole family?
Well, just like his parents.
Oh, his dad's passed away, remember?
His mom.
Oh, wait, no. Who am I thinking? Schmidt.
Yeah, Schmidt. Yeah.
So anyone from, and they have to be crazy. Like
I know.
I'm pretty sure they'll be, like, dysfunctional.
Yeah.
Like, it would be really great to
Yeah, he doesn't even talk about his parents, actually, really, Schmidt.
Yeah.
So that would be...
never.
That'd be nice to see them show up on a Thanksgiving episode.
Oh, but wait, they're Jewish. So do they...
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, too.
Do
Thanksgiving
they
Jewish.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
just not Christmas?
It's not a religious holiday.
Oh, yeah, it's like a historical holiday.
Yeah, I mean, I guess... No, it's not a religious holiday.
Just religious in the sense... I don't know. I guess not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they celebrate Thanksgiving.
Okay, well, I'd like to see them come.
Me too. And then what other predictions?
Do you have any?
Well, mine were along the same line as yours, like seeing someone's parents come for Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure they'll hold it at the loft again.
Yeah, the Thanksgiving episodes are always my favorite.
Yeah.
So
maybe Jess's dad will bring his girlfriend back.
Oh, yeah.
Because
that would be nice.
We talked about how we thought that
his
there
fiance,
would be...
I guess, now. Right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We thought that there would be wedding planning going on, and so far they haven't brought it up since that episode. So that'd be nice to see.
I actually would really like to see them come back.
Yeah.
That would be great, yeah. I'm excited. I hope they do it.
I know, and then Schmidt and Cece together. Winston, we said we want to see him as a cop, so I think we'll see that really soon.
Oh, yeah, maybe he'll graduate soon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he's still in academy, right?
Yeah, I think that was his last step, though, wasn't it?
It was his last step, but he's still... Don't they have, like, a ceremony or something?
I don't know. So maybe we'll see that.
Yeah.
It's like graduation. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything going on. I still think that Cece, I want to see her do something because she hasn't even talked about modeling. Like, I don't even know how she's spending her days.
She's still a bartender, right?
Bartending, yeah.
We haven't seen her at the bar that much either. We see them all at the bar, like, just drinking.
Yeah.
We haven't even seen Nick bartend that much this season.
So maybe another episode, like, that takes place them going out at the bar or something. That'd be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
That's all my predictions.
Awesome. So I think that's it for tonight. Let everyone know where they can find you on social media.
Okay, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Britta_Garsow.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Carli_Garsow.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at _Michelle Phi. So yeah, so thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys all next week.
Thank you.
See you next week. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.